May the peace, mercy, and blessings of God be upon you. My dears, many questions have been asked by women, our daughters and sisters, about the issue of menstruation when possessed by magic or jinn, and so on. How can we deal with Ruqyah? Of course, I previously posted a special episode for women. Can I leave you a link to it? It is available on the channel. I have a Ruqyah channel that talks about the issue of menstruation, and istihada from scholars. I have collected it. We have identified the features of the image when a woman is possessed. How do you deal with it? Demonic possession through Ruqyah? They still ask me when I give them instructions. I give them directions and links. Other than that, I had a special section for women to deal with the issue of Ruqyah during menstruation. There is absolutely nothing wrong with reading from the Quran, because it refers to the purified ones, meaning the angels, not the purified ones. None may touch it except the purified ones. There is another detail in this, and many scholars have said other things about it. It is more obligatory for you to perform ablution. You are using the Quran now. You are using the means of using Ruqyah through a mobile phone through a piece of paper. This is not a Quran that you can touch. Then the scholars permitted it more than once. We talked about the issue of touching the Quran. So that a person does not worry or become anxious, he performs ablution. That a serious Muslim, if she is in the Sharia cycle and menstruation or postpartum bleeding or so on, it is possible that she is in a barrier. What does it mean to wear a lip balm or turn his papers? For example, with a ruler with a pen. This means there is an easing of the matter. If she is forced to use a sanatorium. But now the means are many, my dear ones. Reading methods through an article or listening, the important thing is not to cut the matter with God Almighty with flattery until God wills. Until Allah wills healing. The blood, Allah willing, means that we do not give a chance to the devil or the possession or the jinn inside the woman in the uterus or elsewhere, in the back, in every place in her body to mess with her without harming her. The issue is that even in prayer, does she not approach prayer? This is Allah's command. However, if the menstruation is due to illness and is continuous and does not stop, it does not stop prayer. Most scholars have spoken about this topic and said that a woman can take precautions at each individual time, perform ablution, be careful, and pray her obligatory prayers if she is sick. Because it is not permissible to leave the prayer, because it is a medical condition, not on the disease, there is no blame on the patient. So we mean that we still give them Ruqyah. She heals herself and the affliction remains strong on her. And he does the issue of menstruation and istihada or blood comes out of her so that she does not approach the prayer and is harmed and does not approach the recitation. This is wrong. So I found from the frequency of what is asked, meaning the women asked. They ask me, even though they are under Ruqyah and instructions about this matter. The matter always comes with God's intentions, and these are reasons for healing. However, the woman should not stop listening or reading, or applying the recited oil, or drinking water and bathing, in the presence of a legitimate excuse at any time. This is how the matter comes, meaning with God Almighty and with healing from Him. Glory be to Him, through the reasons. So take the necessary measures and work on them, and do not be afraid or worried, meaning you expect that if you touch the Quran, or if you do not, there are things that we can do. There are alternatives that a woman can do, and God is sufficient, and God Almighty looks at His servants according to their actions, intentions, and hearts. This is not their appearance or their outward appearance, and God knows best, and may God's prayers and peace be upon the beloved and trustworthy Muhammad, his family and all his companions. I entrust you all to the hand of the one with whom farewells are never lost, and peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessings.
وبركاته.